situation. So this week's ideology is going to be: did you have a sibling rivalry or only child syndrome? Which one of these do you fall in? And what is your experience in that?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't never have to be bothered with that, to be honest. I didn't.
Who wants to go first? You going first, KD? KD.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have any problems with that because my sister, she was older and she lived with my grandmother.
Right.
And it was me and my brother that was raised by my dad and my mom. My sister would come over, but it was three of us, and each one of them had their favorite. So each of us got petted by somebody. So we didn't never really have to compete. And of course, I'm not an only child, so I never had that problem.
So all of y'all was somebody's favorite, basically.
Yeah. My sister was my grandmother's favorite. My brother was my mom's favorite, and I was my dad's little girl.
All right. So what about you, Judge?
So me and my oldest brother. So I'm gonna break it down on both sides of my family. So my mom had me and two other brothers, but my oldest brother is 5 or 6 years older than me, depending on when our birthday fall. But he lived with my grandparents up until they passed away. So it was kind of just me and my baby brother. His kid, he is crazy as hell. He was just over here the other day. He was just over. He stayed with his grandparents. You know what I mean? Till he was also. I didn't have a rivalry with them, but on the other side of my family, um, my brother, rest in peace, the Sonny. Me and him we only 6 months apart. So my dad had kids, you know what I mean, with two different women 6 months apart, and I was older than him.
Right.
So it really wasn't much of a rivalry because he was better than me at everything. It wasn't much of a rivalry, man. He just was a different type of person. He just no matter where we go, he was like super popular with everybody. Even at a young age, like we was like little, like 8 years old, 7, 8. All the girls want him to be a boyfriend. That stayed to when we was adults. He was a great basketball. He was the type of player that, like, say like the game on the line, he'd throw the ball up from half court and go in. It was just crazy, man. Like, he was a football star. Everything he did was just phenomenal, man. So it really wasn't a competition. He owned it. You know what I'm saying? And he was younger than me. Huh?
You were jealous of him?
No, not really, because he was still my brother, though. You feel me? Right, so I really wasn't jealous, but I can say like I was wanting some of the attention, But when we got older, it kind of like when he stayed in the street and I went in the military, so it kind of balanced stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even in the street, he was that dude though. He was hustling, and he told me, you know what I mean? He told me when I went to Japan, he was like, "How long you gonna be gone?" I was like, "A year." He said, "When you come back, I'm gonna own these streets. Everybody gonna be hollering at me." And lo and behold, he was the man when I got back. So he did what he said. He was a really special guy. You know what I'm saying? But I was lucky to have him as my brother. But yeah, it really wasn't a rivalry because he owned that with everybody. All our brothers and sisters. He was special. You know what I'm saying? So it was fun having him as a brother, though. I miss him.
Now, T, you and your brother were rivalries all the time, right?
Everybody knows that me and my brother argues like people out in the street, like niggas that don't know each other. me and my older brother, not my oldest brother, but me and my older brother that's close to me. He's probably like 3 years older than me. We argue like niggas out in the street that don't know each other. But at the end of that, it's still all love. Like it never really gets like physical or nothing like that. But we argue. It's a competition, and we argue about damn near everything. Everything is an argument or a competition with me and him. And on my dad's side, I have an older sister and a little brother who I didn't really get to grow up with them, so we don't have that kind of
the bond.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of connection.
Yeah,
but when we get together, we still good. But yeah, me and my older brother, we definitely go through that viral thing. What are you saying, Sharon? What's saying? Let's go through some of these comments, people. What's saying, Sharita?
So Charlamagne, you the middle child. What does that mean?
See, I was the middle child too.
The middle child. This is what they normally say with the middle child. The middle child is normally the one that who feels like
Left out?
yeah, they don't feel like they're the favorite, and they don't feel like they're the least. So they just fall in the middle.
Well, no, I can see you being the least because think about it. You weren't the first one there, so
Right.
somebody gonna let them know that's my firstborn. I love them. Then the baby, everybody loves the baby. So the middle is just like, you know what? They just somebody else.
Well, actually, I guess my brother would be considered the middle child, and I always put myself as a middle child because I had a brother under me. He died a few hours after birth, but my mom always made it plain to me, you weren't the baby. The baby died. So she didn't let me forget that fact. So I always kind of put myself in the middle.
That's crazy. That she said that she say it like that.
Yeah. She said
it real.
Like,
she kept it real
like,
hard. Trust me.
She said that like somebody just said, "Hey, pass me the sugar." That's how she said that. Like, like general conversation. Hey, you know, old heads was something else though, bro.
Right. So, Shalimar, tell us what you mean about you being a middle child. How was your experience being a middle child? Angela said, neither me or my brother was always best friends, and my sister is 7 years younger than me.
Oh, that's good. Now, me and my brother, when we were young, when we were young, no, me and Jeffrey fight like hell. Yeah, because I threw a knife at him one time. Yeah.
That's a rivalry right there, Katie. Katie, that's a rivalry right there.
Yeah, I had forgot about that. Yeah, me and Jeffrey used to fight like no other. We did.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because I thought I had killed him when I threw that knife at his back. Crazy. It was by the grace of God that it landed at his heel and not in his back.
That's crazy, Katie.
Yeah, we got wild.
That's crazy, Katie, because I know somebody who had a fight with one of their brothers and they stabbed him and he died. So
yeah, it scared me. I'm not going to lie. When I threw that knife at him and I saw it was going straight to his back, I just started screaming. And it fell right at his heel.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that kind of shit.
Yeah. I mean, I was only 11, 12. I was young.
Diana said only child syndrome because her brother are 9 years apart.
Oh.
Okay. A lot of people seem like it's a lot of gauges where people are like far apart.
Yeah, well, we didn't have that problem. I mean, I was 4 years younger than my sister, 3 years younger than my brother, but they weren't even quite a year apart. 11 months, 3 weeks.
Hey, Judge, you ain't hear KD just say she was about to stab her brother, KD?
No. Hold on, something just failed, bro.
All right.
I have a little mean streak in me, T.
Look, Helen said it was 7 of them, but it wasn't no rivalry. Helen, if it's 7 of y'all, it has to be a rivalry somewhere in there. You probably just didn't notice it or see what was going on.
Or maybe you forgot like I did.
Right. But out of 7 of y'all, it's got to be a rivalry somewhere. Out of 7 people, it's got to be a rivalry somewhere. It just might not have been you.
Karen, why you was going to stab somebody?
Well, he was messing with me. Jeffrey used to always pick on me, and he would never help do it. I mean, my mama had to hide out one time because he would cuss me out every day. He cursed me out, and the neighbor was telling mama, said, he don't help niece to do anything. He played the music loud. So she decided that she would hide behind the bed one day. And he came home, and he was just cursing me to no ends. But he would always mess with me, and I got tired of him messing with me. So
that's just how brothers and sisters is, K-Day.
Yeah, well,
you ain't gotta stab him though, K-Day.
I acted off of instinct. I told you I have a little mean streak in me.
Look, Judge,
he ain't mess with you no more after that, did he? He ain't mess with you after that, did he?
Yeah, he did. That damn crazy fool still bothered me.
Judge, Helen said that it was 7 of them and there was no rivalries. So tell me.
Crazy.
That's what I mean. Tell me the ages that y'all spread apart, that there was no rivalries out of 7 of y'all.
Now, the only way I can say that, hey, Helen, did y'all grow up in poverty? Like, because
that caused even more rivalries. Because
not really, because you really got to lean on each other a lot more. You know,
right? Yeah. Right. But if you get one thing that I don't get, then it's on. Then it's on. If you get one little thing that I don't get, then it's on, man.
But
You
no, what Judge probably talking about? See, like my dad grew up, like picking cotton and stuff. So it was when they worked, everybody had to put the money into the house to, you know, I mean everybody. So one person didn't have any more than the other. One may have worked more than the other, and maybe that could have caused some rivalry. Like, well, like how come they ain't going to work like I'm going, but I got to put the same amount in. Because my dad had six? It was six of them.
Shalimar is saying the middle child is the under miss. What is
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah. It could be. Like I said, I wasn't quite the middle child, I guess.
I don't know. I got quite a bit of like even my stepbrothers and sisters that my dad, you know what I mean, that's not blood, but we're just like blood. And to be honest, that is the greatest thing that ever happened to me in life. Is having those siblings.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
because now y'all in the audience, I can't see who's there, but like, do you think that an only child can get spoiled? Because see,
what?
I only had that.
What kind of question is that, Karen?
Is that even a question, Katie? Hell yeah.
I'm thinking, can they not be spoiled?
No, KD. When I was the only child, when I was living with my dad, and it was just me and my dad, hell yeah, I was spoiled.
Well, my son don't think he was spoiled.
Well, that don't mean he won't spoil because he don't think he was.
spoiled. my son don't think he's spoiled now. He's spoiled than a motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, man.
Because you only have one child that you're buying for, so yeah.
Buying for, feeding, attention, everything they want, they can probably get just about everything because they ain't got to worry about nothing else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because Alice thought we was rich up until he was 16 and started working for himself. He actually thought we were rich. So yeah.
Alice is pretty cool though.
Look, Judge. So how are the toddlers now? How are they handling it?
Man, listen. My daughter is awesome. My baby boy, everybody in the whole house want to kick his ass. He's a pain. His name should be Prince. He's a royal pain in everybody's ass. He terrorizes the whole house. He cries. How you gonna cry and you bad as hell at the same time?
He's the baby, right? He's the baby.
Yes, he's the baby.
That's what's wrong with him. He's mama's boy.
No, it ain't even about. No, she tired of him too. Everybody in the whole house turned on him. We all
turned on him.
He's the villain, bro. He is the villain in the house. And then we be like, we shipping you out. We sending you to another family. He get pissed.
How old is Prince now?
He's 5. He's about to be 6 in March.
Oh,
he's a Pisces, man.
Look, but how is he with your daughter that's close to him?
There's definitely, man, look, this is the whole point. I can't even really say because he's like that with everybody in the whole house. This dude has listen, this is a true story. My daughter's birthday, December 17th. She had a sleepover, all-girl sleepover. We sent him to stay with his cousin. The whole house was peaceful. The whole weekend, no crying. I mean, we had little babies here. Nobody crying. No whining, no fighting. This dude gets back Sunday, and he puts the whole house in a freaking uproar. You hear me? Knocking shit
down. Put some holy all on Prince.
Fighting, fussing, whining, crying, yelling. I mean, man, I don't know what to do with this dude, man.
When is Prince's birthday?
He's a Pisces. Matter of fact, him and my brother's birthday that passed away March 8th, the same day. He was a crybaby too growing up. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with all this emotional stuff. I can't deal with it.
Look, my kids, when they was little, they was like the best of friends. My daughter's the oldest, so my daughter would take care of him like he was her baby. But now, as they started getting older, probably like 8, 9, something like that, it's always, Daddy, you love him more. Daddy, you love her more. So that's what they
wow.
Yeah.
So
So
how many
they
years
still
are
have a
they
competition.
apart?
They only like a year and a half apart.
Hmm.
Hmm. But see, you
So
can justify yours because you love them both equally, but you still got like a different type. Like for her, that's your little girl, that's your daughter.
right, right.
So you're gonna have the same love, but it's gonna be a different type of protected love.
Right.
Whereas that's your boy, that's your son. You got to give him that hard love because you want him tough, but you still love him just the same.
Right. It's
Yeah.
just it's just funny. It's just funny to me how they both say that though. They both will say, "No, that's your favorite."
Well, it ain't no competition. My daughter gonna tell you my daddy is my favorite person, and I'm his favorite person. It's straight. She'll tell you. She'll be like, Prince, you need to go. No, don't get off my daddy. You go, mommy, your favorite. You go hang with. Yeah, it's
So she
wonderful.
done took ownership of her daddy.
Yeah, yeah, but she hang with her mom more now though. It's all
Mm.
good.
No, so
But I want to say this, y'all. I think only children are weird.
what you mean?
You know, like somebody that's an only child, like they be on some other stuff. Like I don't know. It's kind of. I got a cousin. He's the only child. I got two of them.
They don't have the same social skills. That's why.
They go off. You don't hear from them for years. They be on some weird stuff now. Like, bro, like we
Yeah,
should sleep like on the
they
same
used to being
floor.
alone. They used to being alone. They loners because they used to being
Yeah,
alone.
they weird. Oh, definitely
Look
on some
at some of
weird
the
stuff.
comments, guys. Look at some of these comments. Some of them saying that they were spoiled and
I told you, KD. Tara said she was spoiled until her sister was born. Yeah, my brother would say since I was the baby on my mom's side, since I was the baby that I was spoiled.
now what does Shalimar mean that they normally turn into the goat?
He's saying the
The
middle child.
goat.
He's saying the middle child.
Oh, okay, yeah, and that is true.
Oh,
But in my case, I was the one turned into the goat in my
How is
family.
that true? How is that true though, Katie? You just go reference that to yourself and make the middle child the goat
Yeah,
because
because the middle child usually have to fend for themselves the most, and they
right?
learn the most responsibility.
No, the oldest child normally has to take care of everybody. So how
No,
can you say
but
that?
no, because that oldest child is gonna be they're the first baby. So they're gonna be spoiled to a certain I can attest to that. My sister, I was the first one in my family to ever get driver's license.
Right.
And I aided them into being more independent because see, my sister, she was spoiled rotten by my grandmother. She didn't have to do anything. She was 30 before she was cooking a full meal. My mom had me cooking a full meal at the age of 11.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to learn earlier than your siblings because you have your siblings to look. You can see it. Like the first child can't see it. Like as the baby can see it, you can see your siblings doing it, so you learn faster. That's all that is. I don't think that makes you the goat though, Katie.
I think so. I think so. That depends on what level you've reached. And yeah, I'm goat status.
You goat status.
I'm goat status.
Katie is claiming herself to be goat status.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
I'm
goat
goat
status.
status too, Katie. I'm the middle child. I'm goat status too. I'm with you.
Hey, I'm the baby child, but I'm goat status. I ain't gonna even lie about mine.
See, I'm the baby and I'm the middle child in certain situations. So I guess I'm everything.
You the goat.
Yeah, I guess I'm everything.
Yeah, you the goat. Uh-huh.
Shalimar, are you a water sign? Are you a water sign too? I can't deal with it. I can't deal with all this emotional stuff. I can't. I can't do it. This
Leave
is
the
not for
water
me.
signs alone, Judge.
I can't do it, man. I
Judge,
can't do it.
you getting too
No,
old. You getting too old for that, Judge.
but this is the crazy thing. He don't cry. He don't cry at school.
Right.
When he's on the soccer field and the basketball court, he's the most competitive person I've ever seen. He only do that in the house. I'll be ready to kill him, bro. I can't take it. It make my nerves bad. I don't want to hear all that.
He probably know he the baby of the house. He know he the baby of the house. He know he can get away with that.
Well, he get a lot of ass whippings. That's
Okay, I
unprecedented.
think I see where this is going, T. Judge, you just don't like it that your boy is seeming weak. Is that it?
I don't care. It ain't a week. I don't want to hear it. I don't like all this emotional stuff. I mean, if it, I just can't take all this crying, bro. If something wrong with you, I'm cool. This dude
Okay,
cried.
so what if parents come to you crying?
That's what? She ain't hard to come to me. I'm going to get her. If she crying, it's gonna be a problem. But this is my thing.
That's called
That's
favoritism.
called favoritism, Judge.
That's called favoritism.
That's
That
called
is
favoritism.
not. No way.
That is
That is
called
not called
favoritism.
favoritism. That is not favoritism.
That is favoritism.
Oh, you're a Cancer. Okay. That is not favoritism. I disagree.
Yeah, that's a little favoritism now, Judge.
That is not favoritism. My daughter only cries. Okay. Let's look at it like this. Let's look at it like this. She only cries when it's warranted. This dude cried for 3 hours because we had to take him because I told him he was going to the barbershop.
Okay, I get your point now.
Mine is in reverse from that. I worry about my son more than I worry about my daughter. My daughter is more like my daughter is from rugged. My daughter is rugged, like she's been in the trap. That's how she act. My daughter act like she's been in the trap. My son been spoiled and coddled his whole life. So I worry about more than I worry about my daughter.
Same thing here. I don't worry about my daughter. My daughter is good. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Oh, Shalimar said that they are emotionally manipulative.
I can see that.
Oh, water signs.
Yeah. Yeah, they try to play on you. Yeah, they do. I already know that. They do. They try to play on your emotions. They do. They do. She's right. They do. It don't work with me. That's why I don't like it. So it don't work on me. It ain't gonna work on me. I don't like it. It's gonna cause more problems. I can't get with it. I'm a Libra. I'm the only sign that's not a animal or a human. So I'm a scale. I ain't trying to hear all that. I don't want to. You on my face with all that, bro. Unless it's warranted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not for no reason. No, I don't want to deal with it. Nah, I don't care. So you ain't gonna be able to manipulate me, Shalimar, because it ain't gonna happen. They gonna be like, this dude's an asshole. He don't care about my feelings. You know?
No, you do it. He probably get his coddling from Cole, don't he?
What? She beat him yesterday. If I can say that in the head.
Prince to me. Y'all leave Prince alone.
She told she was tired of hearing him cry for no reason. I'm telling you, he get it from everybody. The whole house turned on him, bro.
Well, y'all are not giving him attention then. You got to give him that attention.
He get a lot of attention.
He's not getting enough, Judge.
Karen, he's very competitive. He loses a game, he started going crazy. I don't know what's wrong with the man, bro. I don't know. I'm hoping he grow out of this.
He will.
Yeah. What are you doing at school?
Now, T, your son seemed to be so mild mannered. Is he always that quiet? Like he's pretty easy to like he don't give you no trouble.
Yeah, not really. He been spoiled his whole life, Katie. What trouble do he need to give me?
He's not spoiled. He was just loved.
He's spoiled, Katie.
He's just loved.
That boy's spoiled.
I don't think you spoil kids. You love.
It's a difference between being loved and being spoiled.
What's the difference? Now that's me and
The difference is look, Katie. The difference is that he got that $1,000 PlayStation 5 in his room right now.
Well, you just love him.
Well, you got one for him.
No, his mom got it.
Well,
you got a 5?
Yeah.
Tell him I need this John. I got one too. Tell him hit me up. I need to see him on 2K in Grand Theft Auto.
That thing was $1,000. I thought they were $500 or $600.
Yeah, it came out at $500, $600, but
retail.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and you could probably sell them for $1,200. You real for real.
Right.
I know Alice got 2 of them when they first came out at $500 because he ordered some for his friends.
The PlayStation 5?
Huh?
The 5?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look, he got off.
Katie,
yeah, he got it back when they first came out with it.
Look, Katie, he's spoiled because he's grown up his whole life around both his parents, and if you ask him, is there anything in his life that he ever wanted that he never got, he probably couldn't name something.
That's the same with my son. To be honest, that's the same with him.
All right, so since we're talking about that, is there wrong with spoiling though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it is.
you think it is? Okay. Why you think it's something wrong with spoiling?
Because once they get older, then their attitude comes from that entitlement. They get this from being
I
spoiled,
agree.
and they feel like they don't really know what hard work is because they've been
They
spoiled.
don't appreciate you.
Right.
Okay. So, what if, as a parent, you should make them responsible and understand what humility is, and still give them what they want? Is that, I mean, can you still do that in the same nature of saying, you know what, I want you to have more than me, but you're going to understand where this comes from, and you're going to work for it, but I'm still going to allow you to get that.
Right, but it's hard to do that when you set that type of precedent, and then the other side, like,
okay, okay, that's
now
different.
I tried that.
Yeah, that's different.
I did that actually with Alice, like for his grades and stuff.
Right, that's how I was raised. That's how I was raised. You had to get good grades to get.
Yeah, like for every
but
A.
I've seen kids look. Hey, Judge, I've seen kids coming. I've seen kids come in the house with D's and like 2 F's, and then they go to GameStop and get.
Oh hell no!
I paid for A's and I paid for B's. He didn't get shit for C's because that was average.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if he got D's or F's, then that was a punishment. Plain and simple. So you had to get your good grades. May as well go on and get paid for it. You know?
Judge, you don't think there's nothing wrong with kids being spoiled?
I think that I do think it's something wrong with it, but I think it's a parent's responsibility. I don't think there's nothing wrong with kids wanting things. Now, when you think you're entitled to something, then we got a problem. You feel me? But if you're going to work for it, like you say, good grades, extra chores around the house, doing certain things, so you got to work towards it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Huh? But see, that's what I'm saying. She said teacher responsibility. That's what I'm saying. Look, this is where the difference comes in. I was raised like you do your chores because you want to fucking live here. That's
responsibility.
And they're raised like you do your chores to get allowance and money. Mm-hmm. And I was raised, you had to do your fucking chores. It had nothing to do with no money. Your reward was that you get to live here. That was your reward.
Facts. Yeah. But just because we was raised that way, that doesn't make it right, or it doesn't make it wrong. I'm just saying, let's have a balance. Like, you know, if you want something, you still working towards it, or you got extra chores. All I'm saying is, as long as you teach them responsibility that comes along with it, I don't think nothing wrong with that. So if you get chores and you know they're a good student and you know they're a good kid and they're doing their chores, what's the matter with them getting, you know, a PlayStation or the Jordans or whatever?
Right.
You know,
right. That's what I'm saying. If you're doing it from responsibility, I don't consider that being spoiled. I consider it being spoiled when you feel like you're entitled to all